My dear children, a very good morning to everybody. How are you? I hope that you are doing very well. Now we have social science section. Let us start to study social. Okay. Have you had breakfast in the morning? Okay, fine. Okay, shall we start? Okay, ma. Okay, fine. Today we will see that lesson 18. This lesson 18 is the civics first lesson. Okay. The title of the lesson is the Constitution of India. Okay. So we completed geography 5 lesson and history 2 lesson, that is lesson 11 and lesson 12. Now we will see that the civics first lesson, that is a lesson 18. The title of the lesson is the Constitution of India. Book page number 145. Okay, ma? We clear it? Okay. So now we study the civics first lesson. What is civics, ma? Yes, civics education is the study of political and practical aspects of citizenship. Citizen means that is a people. It leads the rights and duties of people. Okay, so civics education is the study of political and practical aspects of citizenship. For example, the example of civics, that is voting, volunteering, participating in group activities and community gardening. These are the examples of civics. So why this civic subject give importance in our schools? This importance to civic subject in our school for what? Because it gives the opportunity to change the world around us. What more? Why you have civic subject? Why need to study civic subject? Because it gives the opportunity to change the world around us. You have the duty, you have right to change the world around us. So the civic subject is a very important to us. So the study of civics, the ordinary people with the knowledge about our democracy and our constitution. Okay, ma? So the ordinary people with knowledge about our democracy and constitution. Now do you understand now? So what is civics? What's the importance to study civics? Do you understand now? Yes, that is very important. It gives the opportunity to change the world around us by ordinary people with the knowledge about our democracy and our constitution. Yes, what's the constitution? Yes, that is the title of our lesson. What's the title of the lesson? That is the Constitution of India. This is civics first lesson. unit number 18, book page number 145. Okay, now we see that what is Constitution. Do you know, ma, what is Constitution? Okay, I will tell. Listen carefully. It has written set of rules and regulation to run the government of a country. Constitution means it's the system of important laws by which the country is governed. That is, the Constitution means it is a laws or rule or control the public affairs of a country. So, Constitution means it is a book. This book has all the laws and rules are written in the form. That is a Constitution. It has written set of rules and regulation to run the government of a country. Okay, do you understand now? So, the Constitution refers to the basic principles and laws of our nation. Can you clear it? Okay, fine. Now listen here. A constitution refers to the basic principle or laws of nation. It determines the powers and duties of the government. At the same time, it also determines fundamental duties of the people of India. It's our constitution. This is the Constitution of India. So, this constitution, it refers to the basic principle and laws of nation. It determines the powers and duties of the government, and also it determining fundamental duties of the people of India. Yes, now see here, in our school needs rules to run well. If a school not have any rules, means what happen? It's not in good condition. All the students come very late, after 10 o'clock, after 11 o'clock. No rules. Means what happen? Do you understand? So, if school needs rules, so it runs well. It is in a good condition. Like a country needs rules too. Okay? If school needs rules, then it run well. It in good in condition. Otherwise, without rules means not in good condition. Isn't it? Like that, a country also needs rules too. To spelling T-O-O. Do you understand, mom? These are called laws. The rules are called laws. The fundamental. What is fundamental? That is very essential and main laws for governing India, ruling our India, are in the Constitution of India. So, now do you understand what is Constitution? Constitution means it is a laws. That is a rules. Country also needs rule. If school needs run very good condition, means needs rules. In house also the all the children's grown up in good condition, means house also principal rules need. A country needs rules. Like that, These rules are called laws. The fundamental and essential, fundamental means the essential and main laws for governing India. That is a Constitution of India. Okay, ma? It determines the relationship of the people with the government. This Constitution determines the relationship of the people with the government. We like our government, isn't it? So this government also protects us. The government, this Constitution give guidelines which are required for people belonging to in different religion, different region, different cultures. The government protects us. Do you understand, ma? That is a Constitution. Okay. So now we see that the making of the Constitution. How this Constitution making, that we will see that. When the British ruled India, that's you already know, our country was ruled by the British. At that time, they made the laws for India. Who made the laws? The British ruled India. At that time, the British made the laws. Okay? So, the freedom struggle, after many our Indian leaders sacrificed their life to try to get the freedom. So, the freedom struggle eventually goes and India independence from British rule. Okay. So, India got independence on 1947 August 15th. Can you clear it? Okay. Just before independence in 1946, a special assembly called the Constituent Assembly was formed. Its main task was to create a constitution which would have laws for the people of independent India. Do you understand, ma'am? Okay. Now listen here carefully. I repeat it. Our country was ruled by British. At that time we are dependent. The dependent. Dependent is opposite to the independent. So we are dependent to the British government. Okay. Then our Indian leaders struggle. They are trying to sacrifice their life and try to get the freedom. After only we are independent. But we got the independence on 1947 August 15. But before independence, just before independence in 1946, 1 year before, a special assembly called the Constituent Assembly was formed. For why? Its main task was to, its main theme was to create a constitution which would have laws for the people of independent India. The independent India need constitution. We need laws. We need rules. Okay. It had men and women from all over India and all walks of life. So, 1946, a special assembly with our national leaders, that is called Constituent Assembly. Yes, we need constitution, we need laws, we need rules. Without rules means other government ruled us. British government ruled India. So we need rules, we need constitution. So 1946 a special assembly, the member of the leaders, member of the India, all the leaders joined it and they discussed with main task was to create a constitution in independent India. We need our constitution. No other country will rule us. It had men and women from all over India and all walks of life. They discussed with all the categories, even doctors, lawyers, teachers, business people, farmers and many others. They discussed each part, each line and each word of the new constitution. So how many years was we are dependent to British government? So we need, now we are independent means we need our constitution. This constitution was prepared by Indians only. So all the members of the Indians joined it, discussed in all categories, doctor, teachers, lawyers, business people, farmers and many others. They discussed each part, each line and each word, not a line, each word of the new constitution. They took nearly 3 years to complete this work, but eventually they created an excellent constitution for the new India. Do you understand, ma? It's very important one. Why it took nearly 3 years to complete the constitution? Because they discussed each part, each line, each word. That's mean they looked all the categories of the people. All of them are equal before the constitution. They took nearly 3 years to complete this work. But last they created an excellent constitution for the new India. Okay, ma? It was ideas like these that were discussed by the members of the Constituent Assembly. So constitution means that is a book. Inside of the book all the rules, that is a laws for in all the categories. The writing of the constitution based on the discussion in the Constituent Assembly. So how did they write? The writing of the constitution based on the discussions in the Constituent Assembly. So 1946 a special assembly called the Constituent Assembly. So after 3 years, that is 1946 to 47 first year, 47 to 48 second, then 49 to 50. Okay, so this 1950 only we got the constitution. So 3 years they took, isn't it? So the writing of the constitution based on the discussions in the Constituent Assembly was very important task. It was given to a committee, Constitution Committee, that had seven members, mainly 7 members. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of this committee. Who was the chairman of the committee? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, ma? Can you clear it? Okay, fine. Now listen here. India began to follow the new constitution from 26 January 1950. So 1946 they made the Constituent Assembly then discussed 3 years. They discussed in all the parts. That is each part, each line and each word of the new constitution. They took nearly 3 years to complete this work. Okay. So 1950, India began to follow the new constitution from 26 January 1950. This is why we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January every year. Okay. Okay, ma. So every year we celebrate Republic Day. For why? Because India began to follow the new constitution from 26 January 1950. So we begin to follow the constitution. Okay. So every year we celebrate Republic Day because that day only we follow the constitution, new constitution, it made by our Indians. Okay, can you clear it now? Okay, now listen here. We got the independence 1947. At that time, some parts of India were governed by some Indian rulers. Okay. After independence, these kingdoms became part of India. Okay. So, 1947 also some part of India is ruled by some of the kings. Then after independence, these kingdoms became part of India. The new constitution applied to the people of all the areas. Can you clear it, ma? Okay. So why do we celebrate Republic Day? That is, India began to follow the new constitution from 26 January 1950. This is why we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January every year. Do you understand now? Okay. India began the following constitution on 26 January 1950. So only we celebrate Republic Day. Okay, fine. Then these some important parts of the constitution or the preamble. What is preamble? That is a new word. Underline it. Preamble means what? Spell that word. P-R-E-A-M-B-L-E. Preamble. What's that? That is, for example, to a book. One book means a written documents and speech, etc. that explain its purposes. It is an introduction. At the introduction, or for example to a book, a written document, speech, etc. that explain its purposes. What purposes? That is a introduction only. Okay. Preamble to the constitution means what? It is the some introduction to the constitution. So we study what is constitution. Why it is important. Okay. Then some of this introduction to the constitution. Constitution means we need to understand, no? So give some important introduction only. The preambles to the Indian Constitution has wonderful words. That is, the introduction of the Constitution is a very wonderful words. They tell us what kind of country the Constituent Assembly wanted India to be. This is why we need to understand the preamble well. We need to understand the introduction of the Constitution. Now we are very much eager to study this written form of Constitution, isn't it? So in your books, some of the introduction given, that is our Indian Constitution. The introduction of the Indian Constitution has very wonderful words. Okay, ma? So this is why we need to understand the preamble well. Preamble means that is the introduction. Spell that word, Preamble. Okay, so the second, in our next class we will continue that what's the introduction to the Constitution, because the Constitution is very important, and this introduction to the Constitution has written in very wonderful words. So you simply read it. Okay, next class we will see that continuation. So today we studied that what is civics, why it is important to us to study, then Constitution and making of the Constitution. So it is very important. Okay, so that is very important. They discussed each part, each line and each word of the new Constitution. So they took nearly 3 years to complete this work. Okay, at last they created an excellent Constitution. So Constitution is a system of important laws that is in the written form. Okay, that is a book only. Okay, ma? Okay, fine. Next class we will see that. Simply you read it. Okay. Thank you.